Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Sonder Cast, the show where we dive into everyday topics with a touch of curiosity and a whole lot of English learning. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Adam. Thanks for tuning in again. Today, we're talking about something super relatable. It's a classic question. Are you a morning person or a night person?
Oof. That's always a fun debate. I already know we're going to have some strong opinions here.
Oh yeah, I can already tell. But before we get into it, remember, if you're learning English, pay attention to all the contrast words we'll be using today. Although, while on the other hand, however, and more, they're great for comparing two different habits.
All right, Adam, let's start with the basics. Are you a morning person or a night person?
No hesitation here. I am 100% a night person. I thrive when the world is quiet, the lights are low, and everyone else is asleep. That's when I'm most creative. How about you?
Completely the opposite. I'm a total morning person. I wake up early, usually around 6 a.m., even on weekends. I love the quiet, the sunrise, the fresh air. I get my best work done before 10 a.m.
See, that's wild to me. I'm usually still dreaming at 6 a.m. While you're sipping tea with the sunrise, I'm probably watching a documentary at midnight with my cat.
Haha, meanwhile I'm already in bed at that time, usually asleep by 10 p.m. latest. It's funny how our routines are so opposite.
Let's talk about energy. When do you feel most productive?
For me, it's definitely the morning. After breakfast and a bit of stretching, I feel super focused. I can write, plan, study, all with a clear head. However, by the afternoon, I start to slow down.
That's exactly how I feel, but in reverse. I'm kind of groggy in the morning. My brain doesn't really turn on until after lunch. In the evening, though, boom, I'm focused, energized, and ready to work.
That's so interesting. While some people like me need sunlight to feel awake, others like you seem to get their second wind once it's dark out.
Exactly. It's almost like the night is my signal to begin. I feel more relaxed, whereas in the morning, I just want to stay under the blanket.
Okay, let's be honest. Do you think being a night owl is healthy?
Good question. I mean, technically it's not the best. I often go to sleep after midnight, sometimes even 2 a.m. That's when I do my reading, journaling, or creative stuff. But I wake up late, so I still get my 7 to 8 hours.
That's fair. I think as long as you get enough sleep, that's what matters. Till early birds tend to have more regular routines. I get up, make a smoothie, do a little yoga. It helps me feel balanced.
I admire that, honestly. I wish I could be more like that, but I've tried. Even when I go to bed early, I just lie there, wide awake.
That's the thing, not everyone can switch. Your internal clock or chronotype plays a big role. Some people are just wired differently.
What about weekends? Do you keep the same schedule?
Mostly, yes. I might wake up a little later, like 7:30 or 8, but I love having a full morning to myself. I journal, go for a walk, make a nice breakfast. It's peaceful.
Wow. Meanwhile, I'm probably still snoring while you're making pancakes. My weekend mornings don't start before 10 or 11 a.m. I stay up late watching movies or gaming with friends.
Haha, that's such a contrast. But I guess both have their benefits. You enjoy the nightlife and I enjoy the sunrise.
Exactly. Although we're different, I think both lifestyles can be fulfilling in their own way.
Do you think being a night person affects your personality?
Definitely. I'm more introspective and a bit of a daydreamer. Nighttime feels like me time. It lets me think, reflect, and imagine. I think that makes me more creative, although I do procrastinate more.
That makes sense. Morning people like me tend to be more structured. I like checklists, routines, and finishing tasks early. However, I sometimes miss out on spontaneous fun.
That's a great point. While you're starting your day with structure, I'm ending mine with chaos, in the best way.
Before we wrap up, we asked some of you on Instagram, are you a morning or night person? 68% said night owl. Looks like you're not alone, Adam.
Yes, Team Night Owl for the win. But I will say, some of the morning routines you mentioned sound really nice. I might try waking up earlier one day. Maybe.
And I might try staying up late just once, just to see how it feels to enjoy the quiet of the night.
So, whether you rise with the sun or glow under the moonlight, just remember, the most important thing is listening to your body and finding a routine that works for you.
Absolutely. And remember to practice those contrast words however, whereas on the other hand, they're super helpful in real conversations.
Thanks for spending your time with us on the Sonder Cast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review.
And let us know on social media. Are you a morning bird or a night owl? We'd love to hear your routines. Until next time, you are content creator, here's a free music for your video.